What's up, my wrestling peeps? This is 205 Live, back to school, and we are Beyond the Shoe, and I am Mike Hiru. This is kind of contradicting for me to say, but I'm actually happy that 205 Live in the past couple of months has been opening up with Drake Maverick announcing what's going to happen throughout the night. Because he gets you pumped for it. The way he speaks, the way his charisma is, the way he talks, it gets you excited for the matches. Even the low card matches, he makes you excited for them. And there's a little video package behind it that I'm excited to see. So that's the way 205 Live opens up once again. He talks about the first match of the night is going to be Akira Tozawa versus Tony Nese. I wasn't excited. That was the one I wasn't really excited for, but the way he announced it kind of made me curious to see what was going to happen. So it is the first match of the night. Akira Tozawa comes out. Tony Nese comes out with Buddy Murphy, but then not even 2 seconds later, he just goes back to the ring. It kind of made no sense because he didn't get involved in the match. So there's no need to say what's going to happen with him, but he didn't get involved in the match, and he just went straight to the back. And I felt like it would have been bigger presence if he would have been down in the ring and interfered, but he didn't. So I don't know why they're trying to do that. Maybe just kind of keep their friendship going whenever the tag team titles do come to the Cruiserweight division. But like I said, Tony Nese comes out, Akira Tozawa was already in the ring, he already came out. And the match was really cool, believe it or not. There was no storyline behind it. There was no, 3-4 weeks ago they had, beef and so on and so forth. No, it was just a match that they just made. It was pretty cool. Like I said, I enjoyed it. Akira Tozawa did his thing. Tony Nese is a phenomenal wrestler. He can be at the point where Mustafa Ali is, where Buddy Murphy is, Cedric Alexander is, but he's missing something. I don't know if it's his gimmick, I don't know if it's his hair, I don't know what it is, but he needs something, a repackage, a clean look, just something different, and I feel like he'll go to the top because he deserves it. Tonight he didn't deserve it, tonight he picked up the loss. Akira Tozawa did his move, which I feel like hurts him more than it hurts the wrestlers, but I don't know what is going on with that, but he did it, he got the win, 1, 2, 3. He's gonna go more and more into the title picture, maybe going back to the whole, beef he had with Hideo Itami later in the future, I feel like. But Tony Nese getting the loss here doesn't help him either. Like I said, he needs something different. Overall, I do give this a B because it was a great match at the end of the day. Next up, we have a backstage segment with Cedric Alexander. He goes to Drake Maverick and he tells him, forget about everybody else, give me Hideo Itami, he deserves it, regardless of what you feel about him. He got the win. He won, so he deserves to face me. Drake Maverick tells him he'll think about it, and they're both happy for it. One thing that surprised me is Cedric Alexander's walking down the hallway. Renee Young, of all people, is on 205 interviewing people. Is 205 picking up that much where they actually are able to afford Renee Young to interview the wrestlers? I sincerely hope so. She's interviewing him about Hideo Itami, and he shows up. This is where it was kind of messed up, was the audio cut out, so we don't know exactly what was said. But there was a couple of pushing back forth here and there, and they separated them and announces the match next week of Cedric Alexander versus Hideo Itami. Next up, we have the debut of none other than Lio Rush. He's had 2 video packages in the past 205s saying he was coming. I thought he was going to come in a couple more weeks, but he's here today. I'm excited for it. I was excited when I did see him in NXT. Psycho Steve was able to see him live at Ring of Honor, and he said he was phenomenal. I've seen him. He's phenomenal. I feel like he's going to bring the Cruiserweight to a whole nother level. He faced this weird-looking 80s rock band groupie jobber who looked like a version of Post Malone off drugs. You want to say that? He did a great job. He's going to play this heel character to perfection. He's cocky. He's just arrogant. He has jewelry all over the place, and not to mention his wrestling is off the charts. Tony, you missed the perfect frog splash because RVD would be sincerely happy with his frog splash. That's how he got the win. His move is, what do you want to call it? The final hour. That frog splash was phenomenal. Our producer Tony needs to go watch that. Go watch it, Tony, because you will shed a little tear for that frog splash. Lio Rush gets the win. Gives a little interview afterwards saying, he's the best, nobody can compare to him. I'm waiting for Ricochet to come up and take on that challenge. You can't give squash matches an A or an A+. I am going to give it a B+, because it was a perfectly wrestled segment and squash match all in one. B+. Next up, we have the main event of the night, which was announced last week, the 6-man elimination tag match. The Lucha House Party versus the Brian Kendrick, Jack Gallagher, and Drew Gulak. It was an elimination tag match, so it made it different. They wrestled a lot in the past couple of months, but each time they wrestled, it was something different. It wasn't the same 6-man tag. It was a lot of different matches. This was the final straw, the final match. Whoever gets this victor, that's it. This feud is done. It starts off with Gran Metalik getting eliminated first. Lucha House Party already down 2-3. Then it was Brian Kendrick who got eliminated, so it did bring it down 2-2. But knowing Brian Kendrick and how he is one of the biggest heels on Cruiserweight, he came back, pulled off Kalisto right when Lince Dorado was going to get the win. Drew Gulak gets him into submission, taps out. The only one left is Kalisto versus Drew Gulak and Jack Gallagher. So we kind of figure, okay, he's going to come from behind, do the whole underdog win, which he almost did. He does his Reina del Sol to Jack Gallagher. 1, 2, 3, he's eliminated. Kalisto does get the loss. Drew Gulak made him tap out. 1, 2, 3, attacks him after the match, takes his mask off. He hides it perfectly. Overall, I do give 205 a B+. Without Cedric, without Buddy Murphy, without Mustafa Ali. Just like SmackDown, they brought it and they did their thing. But once again, guys, those are my grades. Those are my opinions. Click on that above. Give me your grades. Give me your opinions. Tell me what you think of 205. Tell me if you miss Buddy Murphy or Cedric Alexander. Because next week's going to be a hell of a show. Once you do that, don't forget, comment, like, subscribe down below. This is Mike Hiru once again, and we are Beyond the Shoot.